New question, the member from Ridges-Markham.
Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure. Like many across the GTHA, my constituents are concerned with gridlock and rely on public transportation to get to and from work and school. Many in my great riding of Oak Ridges-Markham have reacted positively to the government's investments in our province's transportation system, which have eased their commute, either through a more efficient GO service or improved highway infrastructure. However, Mr. Speaker, they recognize that York Region is one of the fastest growing regional municipalities in all of Canada, and therefore it faces unique challenges. I would ask the Minister what information he is able to provide to my constituents about other investments being made in public transit and transportation infrastructure in York Region, especially in regard to the York Region BRT.
Thank you. Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And before I start, I want to acknowledge three people who have been really foundational to achieving this amazing expansion of transit. The member from Oak Ridges, Moraine, my friend Dr. Jaczek, the other doctor, Dr. Marita, the Minister of Research and Innovation, both who have been unrelenting champions for seeing the biggest build-out. And Mr. Bill Fish, the chair of York Region, Mr. Speaker, who has been really critical. But this is what we're doing, Mr. Speaker. We have committed $1.4 billion for the York Viva BRT project, part of our $50 billion big move. This is being built now, the lines, the stations. If you've been on Highway 7, it is an amazing piece of infrastructure. We have given another 67.6 under the Metrolinx Quick Win programs for municipal capital to help with bus acquisition, Mr. Speaker, and $7.3 million in the Move Ontario. This is creating 14,000 jobs in York Region, Mr. Speaker, and really increasing our mobility, Mr. Speaker. We're very proud of this project.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's certainly important to my constituents that transportation and transportation infrastructure remain a priority for this government. As we know, the subway going to Vaughan is eagerly awaited. As you know, my great riding of Oak Ridges-Markham covers the largest geographical area in York Region and includes 4 of the 9 lower-tier municipalities. However, as I drive through my riding, which because of its size takes some time, I can certainly tell you, I notice how congested our highways can sometimes be. What I see with my own eyes reinforces the validity of my constituents' questions regarding easing congestion problems in the region. Mr. Speaker, I'd ask the Minister to please inform this House and my constituents in York Region on what else our government has done to reduce congestion and the current status of its projects.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have a very competitive caucus over here. The member from Vaughan was heckling to me that if I don't mention the subway and the 427 extension, I feel that the other member from York Region, I don't want him to feel unloved. Mr. Speaker, that speaks to the totality of what is the single biggest build-out of transit across the GTHA in the history of the province. And why are we doing this, Mr. Speaker? Why are we putting another $634.7 million into York Region since 2003. We're doing that, Mr. Speaker, because there's a cost, not just in the quality of life and families that don't, dads and mums who are home another 40 or 50 minutes late from work. That's a precious price we don't want people to pay. Because according to the C.D. Howe Institute, this is costing us as much as $11.5 billion, Mr. Speaker. That is in lost investments. That's fewer jobs. The opposition likes to always ask, what's the job strategy, Mr. Speaker? There are hundreds of thousands of jobs being created by the big move, and we are reducing the cost of business, creating more summer jobs for our kids, and accelerating employment. They can't support that because they have no economic development or job plan. This is a critical part of ours.